This is supposed to be here. Can you hear me, please? Bonjour. Salut, bonjour, tout le monde. I'd like to confirm you can hear me loud and clear. We'll be doing definite articles today. We just got up now. Okay, so welcome to today's, we'll be doing definite articles in French today. Definite article. So please, I'd like to, you can just send your comments in the chats. So I'll be reading your chats, okay, to see what you are writing. So if you can hear me, kindly write yes, I can hear you. Life is behind. Kindly write yes. So I'm reading your chat from here. Okay, I can see Nico said I. Okay, Nico is saying hi. Okay, can any other person hear me? Okay, all right. Femi Peter said he can hear me. Okay, good. So we'll be starting today's topic, definite article. So I would like your participation, and please pay attention to what we will be doing in class. Definite article. I'm not seeing myself on the laptop. All right. Definite article meaning the different ways you say D in French. The different ways you say D in French, like the boy, the girl, the church, the houses, you know, just like that, just like that. That's what we mean by definite article. Like you're definite about something, particular about something. For example, I ate the apple. The apple is a specific, like talking about a specific apple that that's what we mean by definite article, right? So we will be looking at different ways to say D in today's class. And I'd like you to know that everything in French is masculine, feminine. Everything in French is masculine, feminine. Please, I also like to confirm very well if everyone can hear me, or just like your participation, so I am sure you are with me. So you can just say an I. If you can hear me. Okay. I can't see. Okay, so thank you. Like I said, we're looking at definite article. Someone said the board is blurry. It's better now. Please, can you see? Okay, someone said, okay, Eberi said it's better now. All right, thank you. So they are talking about definite article, looking at the different ways to say D in French, right? So the first we're looking at is le. That's this first one, le. So it's L-E, and it's pronounced lo. L-E pronounced lo. It's not pronounced le. All right? It's pronounced le, not pronounced le. Why is that? Because we said it before in sounds and pronunciation that E is pronounced as E in French. E is pronounced as E in French. So that's why L-E is pronounced lo. So now, how do you say D for masculine words? We say lo. So lo is D for masculine words. So now you should know that in French, it's all masculine and feminine. Yes, I want you to know that. It's all masculine and feminine, right? And meaning that words are categorized either as masculine words or as feminine words. Words are categorized either masculine or feminine. That's what you should know in French. So, lo for masculine words, la for feminine words. But let's try to give examples with lo for examples. So, for example, we have le bateau, meaning the boat. So now, why did we use lo for bateau? That's because bateau is categorized as a masculine word in French. So that is why we have le bateau. So please take note of this. All right, I repeat, we use le for D for this bateau because bateau is categorized as a masculine word in French. I know you get to the question where you have to say, so how do I know when it's a masculine word and how do I know when it's a feminine word? Not worry, we're coming there. We'll have a guide for that, right? Now the next one, let me give you another example. Another example is loli. Loli. So look at it now. Loli is the bird. So guess what? I did pronounce this T. I said loli and not lolit. Please take note of that. I said loli and not lolit because this T is not pronounced. Most times our letter T is not pronounced at the end of a word in French. So that explains why it is loli and not lolit. So now why did I say loli here? That's because li is also categorized as a masculine word. You can see that li is categorized as a masculine word. So that explains why it is loli and not la li. Okay, so now for the feminine, we use la, right? So now for the feminine words in French, the feminine nouns in French, we use la. Okay, so for example, we have, let me just write quickly. Examples, we have la chaise, meaning the chair. You can see it now. La chaise, meaning the chair. And that means I can't use lo for chaise. Please pronounce la chaise, la chaise, la chaise. So I can't use lo for chaise. Why? Because lo is a feminine word in French. Don't mix it up. Why do we categorize it like that? You can't use lo for a feminine word. You can't use la for a masculine word. You have to stick to it, right? So the way to say D for masculine word is lo. And the way to say D for feminine word is la. So that is why the chair is la chaise. And it would be wrong to say lo chaise. Why? Because chaise is a word, feminine word. So please take note of this. All right? I'll give you another example. Another example you can have is la fille. La fille. La fille, not la fille. La fille. 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 Because double L in French is pronounced yi. Yi. So la fille, meaning the girl, the daughter. Someone asked me the question, how do we know feminine and how do you know words, feminine words are masculine using household items, for example? Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's just start with knowing the different articles. They will now look at different ways at which we can discover masculine and feminine words. Okay? Not to worry. So now we have la fille, meaning the girl or the daughter. So meaning that you cannot say lo fille. It will be so wrong if you say lo fille. Why? Because fille is a feminine word. So you must stick with the article, with the right article used for the word. Don't forget, if it's a masculine word, you use lo. Like we had, please, it's not lay. I like to sound it. It's not lay. It's pronounced lo. Why? I already explained that letter E in French is e. 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 Good. So that explains why L-E is le. Le. So no, we always take time to explain pronunciations in this class, like in our live classes and even in our normal our online classes we have with our students, our TCF and TEP students, our students that learn French for different reasons. We always take time to explain pronunciations for you. Why? Because we want you to start pronouncing French words like French words and not like pronouncing it with your English pronunciation and also it's very important for you to get the pronunciation so that you can apply it to other words in French. Okay, so we continue. So like I said, le, L-E, le, and not le. Good. So now we have le bateau, le bateau, le bateau. Please, it's not bateau, it's bateau. Why? Because you see this EAU now, it's pronounced O in French. In fact, who can tell me the meaning of EAU in French? EAU actually means something in French. Who can try to tell me? I'm reading your charts. EAU. What does EAU mean? Anybody? Can you try to guess the meaning of EAU? EAU is actually a word in French. O. It means something. So we can guess what EAU is. What is in English now? Do we have anybody? Okay. Going. What's the meaning of EAU? So it means water. You want to know what water is in French? This is it. Oh. Sorry, okay, you can't see that. It's right here. This is what water is in French. EAU. O. So he said I said O, not EO or EU. So please take note. That's because EAU has the O sound in French. So that explains why bateau is boat and not bateau or betio. So please take note of this, right? Okay, so le bateau is the boat because bateau is a masculine word. And then we have le lit. Le lit is the bed because bed is a what? Masculine word. And then for the feminine, we say we use la. And we have la chaise, meaning the chair. Why? Because chair in French is a feminine word. And then we have la fille, meaning the girl. Why? Because the girl is a word, feminine word. So don't forget, lo for masculine words, la for feminine words. But guess what? There is more for you. Well, I can see Omolade's question, how do I differentiate them and know which is masculine and feminine? We'll get there. But I want us to learn the different articles and then we get to know how to differentiate masculine from feminine. Okay, so I'm going to clean this. So it's going to come back. So now, you can see we have one here. We have L apostrophe. L apostrophe. When do we use L apostrophe? We use L apostrophe both for masculine and feminine words that begins with a vowel. Please, it's not confusing. Calm down, you're going to get it. All right? We use L apostrophe when the masculine or feminine word begins with a vowel. That's it. So what does that tell you? We use lo for masculine words that begins with consonants. We use la for feminine words that begins with consonants. But then when it's now L apostrophe, we use it both for masculine and feminine that begins with a vowel. Now, I want to say the water. Look at it. Water normally is a masculine word, right? So I want to say the water. I will say le. Le, meaning the water. And mind you, this is a masculine word. It's a masculine word. So now, I want to say the church. Or let's do something. Okay, let's say the church, and then we'll go to the school as well. The church is l'église. l'église. You can see it. L'église is the church. And guess what? L'église is a feminine word. So you can see it here now. But this one now is a masculine word. Water, le, is a masculine word. Église, church, is a feminine word. But we are using the same definite article here. Why? Because both of these words begins with vowels in French. You can see it. Another example I want to have again is H is also considered a silent letter in French. So now you want to say the hotel. It's like this. Le tel. Sorry. You see it? L'hôtel, meaning the hotel. L'hôtel, the hotel. You can see it. But normally, hotel is a masculine word. But because H is considered a silent letter in French, well as a vowel, I cannot use lo hotel. I cannot say LE before H. It's wrong. All right? Another one again is the school. I'm sure many persons are conversant with the school in French. The school is l'école. L'école. But normally, the school is a feminine word in French. You see that? But I cannot say la école. It would be wrong to say la école. Why? Once it begins with a vowel, all right? Once it begins with a vowel, you have to stick to the L apostrophe. So you don't have to say L apostrophe or L. The L and the first letter, they are pronounced together. That's why the first one, I said lo. You can see it. I said lo and not le o. Lo, meaning the water. And the second one, you see, I said l'église. L'église. So it is l'église because of this accent we have on it. You can see it. Because of the accent we have on it, look at it going forward. That's how we say l'église. L'église, meaning the church. And the next one we are looking at now is, look at it, l'hôtel. L'hôtel, not le hotel. L'hôtel. Why? This H is silent. It's not pronounced. The H is silent, not pronounced. So you add the L and the O together. L'hôtel. 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 Please take note of that. And then look at this one again now. L'école. 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 So you see L apostrophe, and because of the accent on this E, that's how we say l'école. L'école, meaning the school. Okay, and the next one we want to go now is the LES. So I can see all your questions, and I'm going to attend to all your questions, okay? The next one we want to look at now is the LES, le. So LES is not pronounced less. It's pronounced le, 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 le. Please take note of this. It's pronounced what? Le, le. Examples now. So you can see that it indicates for plural words. For plural words. Whether it is masculine, whether it is feminine, whether it begins with a vowel, it indicates for what? Plural words. Once the word is plural, meaning more than one, right? You use le. Now, let's try to bring back the words we used from the beginning. So I remember we said le bateau for masculine, meaning the boat. So now we want to say the boat with an S. We say les bateaux. Meaning the boats. Can you see that? Les bateaux, meaning the boats. You see that? Now, I think the next word we had was the beds, like a bed where you sleep. So we want to say the beds, we say les lits. See it? Les lits, the beds. And the next one we want to look at now is the chairs. The chairs where you sit down. We say les chaises. You can see it. We say les chaises, meaning the chairs. You want to say the girls. We say les filles. The girls. You see it. You want to say the hotels. We say les hôtels with an S. You want to say the schools. We say les écoles. The schools. Like you see everything. That once it's now plural, it's all LES, les bateaux, les lits, les chaises, les filles, les hôtels, les écoles. Do you see that? So that is how it works. All right? That once it's plural, when it's more than one thing, right? When it's more than one, you use the LES, okay? Whether it is masculine, whether it is feminine, whether it begins with a vowel, whether it begins with a consonant, once you are now applying it as a plural, as something that's more than one now, in plural sense, you use le. All right? And don't forget, I said it's pronounced le and not less. The S is not pronounced. Okay, so let's read the word together again. Les bateaux, the boats. Les lits, the beds. Les chaises, the chairs. Not les chaises. Don't pronounce this S. It's les chaises. Les chaises, meaning the chairs. Les filles. Les filles. The S is not pronounced, meaning the girls. Les hôtels. Now you can hear the liaison. Les hôtels. Les hôtels, meaning the hotels. So the liaison is this S, we have it in between two vowels, E and H. So it gives us the Z sound. Please, if you've not seen our lesson on avoir, the verb to have, I think you can go back there and also see where I explained the pronunciation in, French. So it's pronounced les hôtels. Did you get that? Les hôtels, meaning what? The hotels. Because one is saying, in pronouncing les hôtels, do you say les l'hôtel? I'm not sure I got that. I'm not sure I got that question. In pronouncing les hôtels, do you still say les apostrophe l'hôtel? Do you mean the plural? We're talking about plural now. That once it's now plural, it's just LES, then hotel with an S added to your hotel. So that is why it's les hôtels. It's when it's singular, one hotel. That's when you use L apostrophe before the hotel. Do you understand? Once it is singular, that's when you say l'hôtel. You say l'hôtel. But once it's more than one hotel, you say les hôtels with the LES. Okay. All right. I can see you. Okay. So that means you understood what's okay. So, I'm sure that's clear. You got that? All right. So the next now, les écoles, meaning the schools. Les écoles, the schools. Les écoles, the schools. So don't forget now, look at it. We have letter S in between two vowels. In between this E and this second E, two vowels. So that's why the letter S is pronounced Z. Les écoles. Les écoles. Okay, very well done. So Barry, you said key. Just allow me just digress into this. All right, very well done. I actually was going to correct this in one of my life classes.